Now,
Commissioner Mkhwanazi, the earpiece, what is it?
Oh, it's for the sound.
Or,
It's for the hearing.
I'm told by our spokesperson, he just whispered that it's the commissions, or to assist you with hearing.
Yes, Chair.
Thank you very much.
thank you,
Thank
Chair.
you.
Yes. We confirm it is a commission's issue. And Mr. Mkhwanazi, perhaps you might want to pull the microphones closer to you so that you don't have to lean all the way forward to make sure that you are heard properly in turn. Okay. We were now on your supplementary statement, the one we referenced this morning, and I say we have updated your supplementary statement file. The version that is now in the statement is a signed version, but it runs to page 7 and not 6 as the first statement. And this is simply because the font in this signed statement is bigger than the first statement. Do you agree?
Yes, I agree.
Okay, now if we turn then to page 7, it does have your name there, Julius Dr. Mkhwanazi. It's dated the 14th of April, 2026, and then there's a signature appearing at above your name. Do you confirm that's your statement?
Yes, Chair.
Okay. You, in this statement, you deal with 6 issues that seek to address matters that arose either after you testified or that you believed you had not covered in your original statement. Is that correct?
Yes, it's the issues that I believe that I haven't covered.
In the original statement?
Yes.
Okay. Let's turn then to page 2. Page 1 has got is the table of contents. You start at page 2. This statement, unfortunately, doesn't have paragraph numbers. This is what I propose we do. If you go back to your table of contents, can we give each subject a paragraph number? So when we deal with your first topic of EMPD promotions, may I propose that we number that as paragraph 1?
Yes.
And on the same page, we already have a different topic you call as for the Law Enforcement Skills Program. That's the second topic, correct?
Yes.
I suggest we number that 2, and we will follow that format throughout. And this is for referencing purposes. At page 4, it's Community Liaison Unit. That's the next topic, and I propose we number that 3. Okay? At page 4.
Let me correct, please.
At same page 4, the next one is Operations Outside the City. That would be paragraph 4.
No.
I'm wrong.
I don't know, is it me or you? EMPT promotions number 1.
Yes,
Then as for law enforcement skills programs number 2.
correct.
Then we go to CLU, it's number 3. Oh, yes.
Was that?
It's number 4. No. EMPT promotions number 1. As for law enforcement skills program, it's number 2.
Yes.
Yes. Then we go to community liaison, it's going to be number 3. Oh, I made a mistake, it's me.
Yes.
Yes. Then operations outside the city is number 4.
That's what I'd suggested.
Okay.
And then your next topic is at page 5. Team
Yes.
deployed to the suspects who were defrauding members of the public with fake stones. That would then be paragraph 5.
Yes.
Okay. And lastly, page 6, the next topic is on the issue of kidnapping. And that would then become paragraph 6. Do you confirm?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So at least now that we have found a way to number that statement, let's deal with the contents of the statement, paragraph by paragraph, and you place them on record, much like you did when we first dealt with your original statement. You may choose to read if you so prefer, or you talk to any particular topic and summarize what you have set out therein. So if we may then start with EMPD promotions.
Yes, on EMPD promotions, I touch on the following issues. That the promotions of directors, deputy directors, chief superintendent, and inspectors, we followed, as the department, we followed the processes and procedure. As I've said last time, that ours is to sponsor an item at HR. We are doing a request to fill for positions. It is not our process, it's a process that is managed by HR because it is within them, it is their function, you see. As the acting chief of police, I had to proceed with the processes where the chief of police started. When the chief of police started the process, when he was busy with the process, as the chairperson, for example, for directors, he was the chairperson of directors. He's the one that invited me and HR in that process. I was part of the panel, but the chief of police was Isaac Mapia, was the chairperson of that process, you see. But when he was suspended, I had to continue with those that were left as an acting chief of police and sometimes as an acting HOD. But as the process goes towards junior positions, you had to appoint and delegate in terms of seniority. We use delegation powers to appoint people that are going to sit in those panels. But HR has elaborated, has touched too much on those issues. I don't want to contradict myself because they're specialists there, you see. I just wanted to mention that ours is to do a request to fill, and I continued, and I submitted annexures to prove that, the acting letters to prove that, as there was a testimony that I didn't have any acting letters for chief of police, I didn't have acting letters for HOD, and sometimes I will act in both positions, you see, which is not true. The letters are having dates and times and shows that sometimes I will be appointed as the chief of police by the acting HOD because we must rotate. Thank you. As for...
Before you move on there, in substantiation of the point you make there in paragraph 1, you refer to annexure JD 12 bundle. That the JD 12 is your original annex, the annexure to the original statement, correct?
Yes. Yes,
and the commissioners should read the pages referenced there as the pages within JD 12 that are relevant to the point. We are interpreting it correctly?
Yes, Chair.
Okay. Is there anything then, as regards those pages or JD 12, you would like to have to give particular attention to, or are you happy that we've taken note?
No, it was to give attachments or annexures to prove that it was not true to say that, or the person was giving Commissioner Revospice, he gave a testimony that I acted on my own, and sometimes I will act on board position. Yes. You see, without any appointment letters, you see, and you can't act on board position, you see. Then it was for me to prove that, and to prove that the process was not started by me. It was started by the chief of police. Then when he was suspended, I had to continue because the delegation of the letter, it's very clear. You see, and specify that you continue with your own responsibilities, but also you exercise authority on what you are appointed for. I may not put it the way it is written because I don't have a copy, but it all says that you are an acting chief of police, you must take decision, you see, and take accountability. Thank you.
So at Annex JD 12 then, at page 179, It's a letter from Chief Mapieye to Ms. Linda Kasheka, HOD Human Resources. And JD 12. If you could locate it for him. You start with, at JD 12, you start with page 179 and following.
Yes, sir.
My interest is at 179. When you say the process was started by Chief Mapieye, is it by the document that appears at page 179? Is that what you mean?
Yes, and I must also mention that I don't have those copies, but the process started 3 years before this process. Because time to time we have to send a letter of request for positions. But on this one, because I was now there, part of it, yes, it is the letter that I'm confirming.
Now, yes, Commissioner.
Can we just check? We have a bundle, which is Mkhwanazi Annexures Bundle 2 of 2. Then our JD 12 is different from what you're referring to, what you're showing on the screen. Our JD 12 has the subject line, mismanagement of EMPD resources and irregular expenditure. Is that the document? It's not what is on the screen.
Oh, it's back. Okay. Oh, that's why, thanks. I'm looking at JD Mkhwanazi file 1. Please make sure, Commissioner Baloyi, that you are not looking at the annexure bundle to the amended statement.
Is it labeled Annexure Bundle 1?
It's annexures, Brigadier Mkhwanazi, file 1. Okay. Interestingly, Commissioner Baloyi, what has just transpired is precisely what we warned would happen if we admit the other annexure bundle directly without cross-referencing.
Is it my fault?
No, not yours. I'm just, for all of us to say. That is what we have to look out for. So this is the original JD 12. And if the commissioners will recall, when we're having this engagement regarding the amended statement, we indicated that the original annexures would normally be a bundle of documents, but they all bear the same name. So as I understand, what Commissioner Mkhwanazi sought to do in his paragraph 1 is to extract specifically those pages in JD 12 that are relevant to the EMPD promotions. I'm correct. I've summarized it correctly, have I?
Yes, and I will also again answer one of the questions that was sent to me. In this bundle or in this file, it's 201. It was also said, or I was also asked by the commission that did we have any authority to continue with the promotions, or did we have any powers or delegated powers to do that? This the 201, it confirms that I had a letter that confirms that I may continue, because it was said I didn't have that letter too. It's part of the letters to confirm that I had the letter.
Yes.
Where I was appointed. Thank you.
And 201 is part of the list of pages that you have listed there.
Yes, Chair.
Oh. So at least we know then you are talking about the promotions that you say started at page 179, which is a memorandum by Chief Mapieye appointing panels for the positions of the director and deputy director for those two posts. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Well, we have that on record. I just wanted to.
And you remember, I've spoken about 5 different positions.
Yes.
The director, deputy director, chief superintendent, inspectors, because they were all having vacant positions for years and years, as I mentioned in the previous or in my first statement that I submitted.
So, okay, understood. Okay, that will be my clarification for paragraph 1, the EMPD promotion. You want to move on to the next topic? As for the law enforcement skills program, that's how you have headed the next paragraph.
I must mention that I'm not sure is the commission going to be comfortable. I will be guided by the commission because there's still internal matter, a grievance procedure that is continuing. But because it has been mentioned here in this commission, sometimes when I listening or watching the commission, the commissioners will say, no, this one because there's still other processes that are going on and it's not wise to raise. But the question is that they've raised it in this commission, whilst there are other processes that Commissioner Revo is Commissioner Revo is the witness to those processes, and I'm part of those processes. I'm not sure it will be comfortable for me to raise it because now it's in public, you see. But in summary, Chair, I will be guided by you first, please.
No, please do deal with it, Commissioner.
Yes. Here, there's an issue of skills development program that was approved by the National Commissioner and tasked all the training, EMPT training academies to continue with the skills development program touches on issues of policing. You see, I'll prefer to read it, but I'll try to summarize it so that we understand. Our training division under Commissioner Isaac Mapie, Revos Peace, and the then Director Gqobe intentionally ignored the implementation of a law enforcement skills program for metropolitan police departments, which should have skilled all those who need law enforcement skills refreshed and retained Metro Police officers, and those who were recruited and promoted by the Chief of Police like Madlanga and others who were coming from traffic departments. The mandate of traffic department and Metro Police is not the same. Traffic department doesn't have police. Our mandate is having crime prevention and policing. But out of that intervention, there are attached documents where there are national instruction from a National Police Commissioner in 2012 that all the Metro Police Department must retrain and train and skill those that don't have. I'm raising this because one of the issues that Commissioner Revos Peace raises is that the people that were, the candidate that was able to get the position of director in logistics and logistics, yes, let me say so. You see, doesn't have that certain skill, you see. Then I'm raising this to say that all those that were trained in 2002, 2006, or like us, are having those skills. But after us, all other recruitments don't have that. And there was an intervention from National Police Commissioner that Metro Police Department provide that in all the MPTs or our training academies. But in ours, it was not done. And it is not an argument that we can come because Commissioner Revos Peace was responsible for training, is responsible for training academy, and he was also representing us in terms of these meetings of skills development. You see, it is us as a department who failed those that were recruited and those that are within. Till today, There's no training. No one can come. As I've said that someone claimed in these processes that are in those documents. But when we were asked, produce it, you see, it was many stories, documents that you can't understand, but I can't go deep into it because the processes are going there, you see. I'm currently saying some are claiming that they had that whilst they were trained in a traffic department, not in a metropolis department. You see, all those are trained that they don't have. And I would like to put it on record that during this process, we've also recovered that there are people who are seniors who doesn't have even a diploma of a metropolis or a traffic diploma, who are not trained by government institution. You can't be trained as a metropolis or as a traffic officer by a private institution. You go there to capacitate yourself or to skill yourself, but to start from a government training institution. It may be our college, it may be a RTMC colleges, because all our colleges they are now managed by RTMC, or the then different traffic departments before the formations. Sorry, oh, but I need this. Before the formations of metropolis departments. Then I would like to say, to come here and say some doesn't have. And in the process of shortlisting from a long list up until, which was shared by the chairperson, Chief Isaac Mapie, you see, all those candidates that were there, you see, don't have that skills. That's why I've said that we ask in these processes, they were asked, produce. Some have said, no, there was water in college, there was a disaster. I don't know, disaster happened in one college in the city of Ekurhuleni. Then we can't produce original documents and other things, Chair. That's what I'm trying to raise, that to come here and try to impress and not be truthful to the commission, you see, this is a challenge. But we're supposed to be honest that we didn't like this candidate. I know that Madam Linda Klashega has mentioned that, she has mentioned that they had separate discussions. The chief preferred a certain candidate, but unfortunately in the process of interviews and what, you see, it may not be the horse, sorry to label a person as, it may not be a person that, it may not be the person that you want. It depends on interviews. You see, I was on that panel. I don't want to say it was chief of police panel. You see, as you see that it was me, the chief of police, the chairperson, and Madam Linda Klashega. The lady has been in the department in community safety. She has trained as a traffic, like any other people that were promoted. And we didn't raise all those things when other people were promoted. There are superintendents who are coming from provincial government, who are traffic officers, but they were promoted, they came in as inspectors. There were those that came in as constables. They were all promoted as inspectors, but that argument was not raised all along. But because it is this certain female individual, and I will say it, a female black individual that must be capacitated, whose skill, who's academically having all those things, who doesn't have the skill that as the department we fail to deliver in our members. Now we tend to criticize, you see. But the argument, the engagement that Madam Linda said to you, that there was this preferred candidate, of which is wrong, kind of a preferred candidate. You see, you will bet and bet and bet. The wrong horse will win, you will faint and collapse. I think that's what happened now. You see. Thank you, Chair. And I'm trying to mention that some of the people that were promoted, like Deputy Director Ivan Duplessis, he had more than 19 years not working for EMPD, not working for any metropolis department. And in terms of the law, you are supposed to go and sit at the college and do a refresher course. There are many seniors who are senior than this position who were dismissed and expelled in this department for not having that. Because if you didn't exercise police duties or you didn't exercise policing for 12 months, you can't be promoted in any position. But it has happened in the department, you see. And we have raised it, but because we were not that in authority that time, we accepted it, and he came and be promoted as a senior without even that skill. I'm talking about 3 years, 5 years ago. It was not raised. Because it is this female officer, black female officer who's promoted now, it must make noise And whereas the processes we ignored as a department, I'm not saying the chief. See, I'm saying we are all part of this department. We ignored to implement, even though we were not aware, but we are part of the institution, you see. Instead of coming up with something that will assist us in terms of making sure that we go back to the National Commission. There's an attachment, commissioners, that talks to that, and talks to that instruction, and that talks to that communique, and that is addressed to all Metro Police Department. I think the leading officer commissioners will guide us on that.
Thank you, Commissioner. Just to,
Can I, Miss?
yes, Commissioner.
Commissioner Mkhwanazi, just so that I understand what the evidence, what you're speaking to, are you, if I recall, the criticism was that you ran a process where people were promoted, and that included people who didn't have qualifications, who didn't qualify for those positions. Is that what you are dealing with under this paragraph? Are you responding to that?
No, for now I was not covering that, but let me cover that too.
No, I don't want to take you there if you were not going there. I just need to understand what it is under the heading as for law enforcement skills program.
I think that,
What it is you are responding to or that you are supplementing.
yes, I think that is covered under EMPD promotion, that we followed all the processes and procedures, and we are guided by HR in terms of, in fact, HR is guiding all the department. In municipalities, there's no positions for strictly EMPD superintendents. You've got a superintendent in parks, you've got superintendent in other departments. You see, that means when we are promoting, we're following one policies, one system. That's why HR is sitting to guide and make sure that it's a fair procedure, everything is followed. And I'm still saying that those that were promoted, it was fair from a director and inspectors, because there are qualifications that are needed, NQF level that is needed for a certain position, commissioners. And if that was not if that didn't take place or if that didn't happen, HR was going to stop the processes. And fortunately, when we are sitting here, it's not only the chairperson, the two panels, we've got unions that are also sitting in those processes. And again, it is important to mention that if unions are here, they are putting grievances. We are going to CCMA, we are going to different processes and procedures with different departments to engage. Sometimes there are meetings that are engaging us and say, we're not doing part of the process, then the process will start afresh, then all those processes are taking place in the city. They've been taking place. When I took over as an acting, I must mention that there were many grievances that came in that I was not part of, that the chief was part of, other seniors were part of. But now I took responsibilities. I have to go and defend the council. We went in, we were challenges in South African Local Bargaining Council. Then we were able to win some, we were not able to win some, we were referred back by the chairperson of those committees that go back and advertise and re-advertise those positions. Go back and re-advertise. Those processes are taking place.
Okay.
It's not like when you sit as the chairperson, everything is final. No.
All right, let me stop you there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Listen.
Thank you, Commissioner Baloyi. Just two issues. Page 3 of the statement, and it will be the second subparagraph. That starts with the words, this led to some candidates. Sorry, and you referenced Mr. Duplessis, I think. Is that correct?
Page 2.
Page 3 of the statement. The second subparagraph that starts with this led to some candidates.
Yes.
Just a question for clarity. Mr. Duplessis was not part of this recruitment drive. You're not referencing him for that purpose.
He was part of.
Did he apply?
Yes, he was a candidate.
He was a candidate.
Yes.
And then I don't know, what is the issue you raise about him?
That's why I've said that some of the issues are being discussed and the process is continuing.
Okay.
But they claimed, and Commissioner Revos claimed that the lady, she's the only one who didn't have the required, it was not a required requirement per se, but she's the only one who didn't have that qualification. All of them, they did have it. I'm saying it is false, it's not true. You see, and they've said they've submitted, they've got it. But when now internal processes are starting, we are saying, give us the document that you said you are having. Because we know that the department failed. I'm not even blaming this 302. I'm saying, as I'm part of the management, we didn't have this, even though we didn't know that we must have this because of the instruction. And I will also request to show the commissioners the instructions, as I've said, the attachment, that there is this national instruction that accommodated us to start this process, is make sure everyone is there, so that, because when you are promoted, it doesn't mean that when I'm working in admin work, when I take a position, I can't go and work operationally. You see, then we must make sure that skills development are taking place. I'm not talking about academic qualification. I'm saying skilling our own people and making sure that we capacitate. That was a challenge that we didn't do. And it was headed by Commissioner Revos Peace.
Okay.
And he failed us dismally on that.
So then I understand your paragraph to say, it's your response really to, you say, an allegation by Commissioner Spies.
Yes.
And you reference this particular individual to make the point that this lady that Commissioner Spies took issue with was not the only one without the requisite qualifications. Do I understand you correctly?
Yes.
Okay.
And I will also put, again, I know that the commissioner is extended chair. You see, if you need anything, you may go and just to verify, to see that I'm not lying to you, just to check. I know that you said, Commissioner Kumar, or you've got ways of getting all those documents, because as there's this door now, I'm outside, I can't, you see, but please go and check, and thank you.
Thank you. Then if we move to your next sub-paragraph, still at page 3, there you deal with skills development programs. I think you introduced 2, if you check, over leaf. Can you summarize the point you seek to make here?
It's
You
paragraph
say they are
3.
newly registered law enforcement skills program. Are they?
Yes, yes.
Sorry, perhaps firstly, what do you mean newly registered law enforcement skills program?
Yes. When we came in, or before we came in, all those that were in traffic law enforcement coming from different former municipalities or cities, your Greater Chimiston, Greater Bosberg, before Metropolis was formed or the city of Ekurhuleni was formed, they were taken to a program so that they can have these skills. But now it's 12 years after that. There are different laws, there's a constitution of the country, there are many, many changes that have happened, the amendments. And now, this new skills development, it's having different courses according to the attachment. You'll see there's an attachment where it's very clear that these are the programs that must be done in that, as per SAPS or as per the National Commissioner instructions to all Metropolis Department, that in your colleges, you must make sure that everyone has attended to or everyone has done this. Thank you, Chair.
Okay. And then you introduced 2 documents. You call them annexure JD 17 Roman 1 and JD 17 Roman 2, correct?
Yes, Chair.
Now, the numbering of your annexures here is based on your first statement. And if you go to annexures JD 16 Roman 1 and Roman 2, are those the documents that you reference in this subparagraph?
That's it. Yes, yes.
Okay, may I then propose that in your statement we refer to it as JD 16 Roman 1 and 16 Roman 2, not 17? Would you agree with that? Your last annexure was 15. And this annexure being the first, follows sequentially, so it would be 16.1 and 16.2.
We are changing it from 17.
From 17 to 16. And then we will effect all those changes into subsequent annexures in this supplementary. It's just a numbering issue. Doesn't alter the content of the document nor your statement, okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
You
Chair.
accept that?
Just look up there and confirm that what is being put to you is correct.
I can't see it.
Your file should show the same.
Yes.
There is a scribble there by hand, JD 17I in black, and then there is the electronic numbering, JD 16 Roman 1. Do you see that?
No, but, oh, yes.
Yes, I'm suggesting we go with the red numbering,
Yes.
which then would mean we make that little amendment in your statement. Instead of 17, we'll call it 16 Roman 1 and Roman 2 respectively.
Thank you, Commissioners.
So then we see your documents, and you say these are you call them the newly registered law enforcement skills programs, right? You've got the two annexures there. 16 Roman 1 and 16 Roman 2. And I see they are dated 2012, both of them. And is it your evidence that notwithstanding annexures 16 Roman 1 and Roman 2, the EMPD was not following this prescript? Is that the point you seek to make? Your microphone, please.
Following, it's another thing.
Okay.
We didn't even start on it.
Okay. Understood.
So not the thing, another way. You see, we didn't even started it.
Okay, we have then renumbered those annexures, and I think we have placed your evidence in its proper context. Is there anything else you would want to add to the issue of law enforcement skills program? Are you satisfied you've covered everything?
Yes, but I have also emphasized, even though I didn't put it, that our colleges are managed by RTMC nationally. You see, ours is to run the operational part of it and employ and have instructors. But in terms of the curriculum and other things, we are supposed to comply to all national instructions.
Okay. As a matter of interest, that first annexure, and both of them, in fact, JD 16 Roman 1, there is a table that sets out 6 standards, right? And then there is a 7th added in with a red pen by manuscript. Do you know who made that addition?
No, we got that as a copy. And this is what is raising issues.
So you are saying this is how you received it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And in all, even in the internal processes, the same document.
Okay. And this is precise. And if you go to page 391 of the same document, it sets out the detail of each unit, study unit. You see that table?
Yes, Commissioner.
And I just note that with crime prevention, no provision is made or detail provided regarding the hours of training required, the assessment, as is with the rest of the matters. But I guess your point is that is irrelevant because this was never followed in the first place from 2012.
Yes, Commissioner.
Okay. Then if we go back to your statement, we are now at page 4.
And I must mention on the same thing, on the same matter, when I was acting, I issued an instruction, it's just that I can't get the copy. I'll try to get a copy. That instructed college department that can you run this course? Because it's very important to skill. you see, identifying the gap that we are going to have. Because our members are operational, doing crime prevention, doing policing as per requirement. But if we are not having this skill, it becomes a challenge when members are operational. Thank you.
And you say this is when you were acting. Now, we see from JD 12 that you've had a number of acting stints. Would you know which period, 2024, 2025?
No, it was won't be sure, but I think it was 2024.
2024.
But I will try all my level best to get, because some of the copies I'm outside I can't get, but all my level best
Okay.
to get the copy.
Which will try and see what we can do to obtain a copy.
Please, please.
Can I just check this? At 389, paragraph 5.1, it says all MPDs must obtain accreditation from the SASITA. Do you know if that happened? Because it goes on to say that no program can start until there has been that accreditation. And further on, it says no certificates will be issued if there's no registration or accreditation rather by the SASITA. Do you know if there is if EMPD is accredited?
Yes, it's accredited to run some of the courses, but on this one, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm requesting that we even check with RTMC, because we're managed, or even that's why I've attached the copy.
Yes.
I'm not sure, Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. And as I then understand you, Annexure JD 16 Roman 1 and 2 are actually courses imposed by SAPS. These
Yes,
are
Chair.
SAPS national programs.
Yes, Chair.
Thank you. Okay, if we could go back then to page 4, to your next topic, which is headed Community Liaison Unit. You could just quickly deal with that.
Yeah. May I read this one?
Absolutely.
No, let me start. The Commissioner Revo's piece when he was testifying, I think even the Chief of Police when he was testifying, they raised the issue that I commanded CLU since from 2014, 2015, of which I'm saying I'm denying that that's not true. At that time, I was just the command of a public order policing unit, concentrating strictly on crowd management. In my CVs, in some of the letters that I signed, in some of the documents, it talks to that. Say CLU was reporting to I'm saying here, CLU was reporting to another inspector, superintendent, acting director Machete, who was my director at that time when I was a superintendent, deputy chief of police Mzolo, and the former chief of police, who's not Isaac Mabie. There was another chief of police, Chief Masabi, who he resigned. They only came back when the new chief of police, Isaac Mabie, and deputy chief of Mzolo handed over a new team after disbandment of an old unit in 2019, which Commissioner Revo gave testimony about. That's when I started giving instructions following the chain of command to the chief superintendent inspectors. When it came back, I was now promoted to another level, and there were other commanders that were responsible for that team. I was not directly giving instructions and what or commands to that unit. They were reporting to other people, those that I've mentioned there. I was strictly doing crowd management. Let me say that. What I'm saying is not true that, because they raised it because there were people that came in with grievances that they worked with CLU and they were not employed by the city. You see, now they want to be given positions or they want to be employed fully by the city. You see, of which that is true. They came when I was acting, I gave it to Director Specialized Service and say, can you meet with these people? They're saying they've been working here. You see, that on that one, it's true. They even went to the public protector, but their matter was thrown out. But they say, but we've got some documents like your OB entries and what. I didn't know because they were not reporting to me. And sometimes they were reporting direct to headquarters, where director or where the deputy chief, Revo Peace and other seniors were sitting. By that time, I was just a superintendent working operational. I don't know what were they doing, what was happening there.
On this subtopic, I just need to understand, you speak of an old unit, so it was disbanded in 2019.
No, it was disbanded before 2019.
Oh, so what is 2019? 2019 is the year in which?
As a director, I was a senior, then there were super chief, superintendent, and other juniors that they were reporting to.
Is this the new unit in 2019 now, whenever it was established? But we should understand it's a new unit.
It's a new unit, but it was disbanded again after that.
That's fine.
Yeah, but now
We'll
we're
get to a
touching
later
before it was
period.
disbanded, yes.
And you say this new unit, what was reintroduced by Chief Mapie, am I reading you correctly?
Yes, yes. In fact, it is part of the structure.
Part of the structure?
Yes, it was disbanded, then it was formed again.
Okay, and then you say that's when I started giving instructions following the chain of command to the chief superintendent, superintendents, and inspectors. Then you say, see an extra JD 18, which of course we know now, it will be 17. Correct?
Yes, yes.
Now, why did you give these instructions? Did you become responsible for the unit? If so, when did that occur and how?
It was 29, when I was promoted as a director. Not give direct instruction, but they were following under my line of command because they belong to specialized unit. They were having their own chief superintendent, their own superintendents and inspectors that were running the unit on daily basis. I think it's important to mention, it's a unit that goes to communities, work with communities, especially where we're having challenges. For example, if you know that there are protests and everything, we just send them, can you check if there are planned protesters that are going to come, or if there's a march that is going to come to the city's headquarters, or there's a challenge of drugs, before you send your social crime, before you send your crime prevention unit to come and intervene. It's a unit that communicates and represents us on daily basis with different communities. And it belongs to the whole story. It belongs to the whole city, representing us in all our wards and in all our areas of Ekurhuleni. Thank you, Chair.
Sorry,
Yes.
did I hear or understand you correctly that as director for special, your position, director of special operations or something?
Yes, Director of Specialized Services.
Specialized
In fact,
services,
you are correct when you say, Director of Specialized Services.
Yes,
in
are you
operations.
saying specialized services and operations? Are you saying the CLU, although they had their own superintendents, they fell under your overall leadership? You were the head.
We have summarized it correctly, Chair.
All right.
So if I may just follow up on that, those superintendents, if that is on the chain of chief, let's say superintendent, in the chain of command, would report directly to you?
The inspector reports to the superintendent, or constables report to the inspector. Inspector reports to the superintendent. The superintendent reports to the chief superintendent. Then by that time, there were no deputy directors. Or the deputy director, there was a deputy director. No, deputy director retired. I came in as a director under me. There was another deputy director, I forgot to mention, director who passed on, or there's another male director who was reporting to my two deputy directors that were reporting.
And those two deputy directors, one of them reported to you?
Yes. And
For the
one of
CLU,
the-
that person was responsible for the CLU and they reported to you.
Yes.
When was this? From when?
When I was promoted as a director, few months, if I'm not mistaken, or within a year, then there were.
Yeah, 2023?
Directors.
What year are we talking about?
It will be from, let me say, 2019 to 2023. I won't be specific in terms of.
No, you were promoted to director. In which year?
Oh. Director, it was 2019.
Okay.
2019.
All right, thank you. Thanks, Mr.
Thank you, Commissioner. And in that period, they reported to you, you say they were, I think, deployed within the communities to assist. Did I understand you correctly?
Yes, yes.
Can you just quickly summarize their functions? What were they expected to do?
They will liaise with our communities, community leaders, check the social ills, the challenges that is facing the city in terms of different challenges, drugs, domestic violence. Again, in terms of our protest around the city, they will be our ears and eyes before you deploy, or sometimes they will intervene, identify leaders, talk to sinners and say, these people, in fact, they've got general concern. They want us to meet, they want to meet the ward councillor, or they want to take their issues to the office of the executive mayor, MMCs, or they want to talk to any senior within the city. Then ours is to make sure that we communicate and do that.
Would this be something comparable to the police forum in the context of SAPS or not at all?
Commissioner, you understand policing. They work with community very close. To us, it's not community forum, it's community safety forum to municipalities. On daily basis, they work with those leaders. We call it CSF, Community Safety Forums. SAPS is CPF, with us it's CSF. But on daily basis, they work with those leaders, understanding the challenges and everything. Before you send your public order, your serious intervention unit, at least we understand the challenges that are facing. At EMPD, we have that unit. We are having that unit that is doing that, those responsibilities on daily basis.
Would I be correct then, based on your explanation to the chair, that they were not police officers in the strictest sense of the word?
No, these are police officers.
They are police officers?
Yes, then CSF is community leaders, those that are not police officers. Like your CPF, they are members of police that dedicate or that are tasked to work with CPF on daily basis. To take whatever concern and challenges, bring it to the management response and go to communities.
Okay, maybe I didn't put my question as elegantly as I had hoped. Members of the CLU that began reporting to you in 2019, were those police officers?
Yes, police officers.
They were registered police officers?
Yes,
Okay.
trained Metro police officers.
Okay. Now, you annex a document there in support of what you state. You currently have it as Annexure JD 18, but based on our conversation earlier, it has to read 17. Now, this is the document you are putting forward in support of what you're saying about the CLUs, correct?
Yes. Why I put this document?
No, we'll come to the why. Can I just clarify something with you?
Yes.
I see it's actually an email from you to Zanele Katembo. I think that is, she was responsible for, she's the director within EMPD, right?
No, she's one of the HODs.
Yes, indeed.
She's the head
Okay.
at the
yes.
city manager's office.
Thanks for that.
She was the
reminder.
head.
Yeah. Now, the subject matter here is former CLUs. What interests me about this document is, and it's authored by you, that email, You say, and I quote, kindly receive the response from our side from the so-called former SLU members. It is a group that had an agreement with the former chief to protect him. They had promises which doesn't include the city. They went to all political parties, media houses until public protector. Memorandum with 7 ultimatum was submitted at my office last year. Now, what is interesting about this is the same unit you say was part of specialized services that you were the commander of from 2019, correct?
No, these are members of the public that worked with CLU, doing operational work, doing police work, as they claim, you see. And they were always at headquarters. I've said that before, that they were always at headquarters, you see, working operational, and they submitted a memorandum claiming that they want to be placed full time now because they've been working. You see, I'm trying to clarify that I was not even aware about. I'm trying to respond to what Commissioner Revos was saying, because they raised this through media and they raised this through the office of the city manager. Then our spokesperson of the city, Mr. Zweli Dlamini, had to get the responses from us and say, there are these people. And I was trying to clarify that those people were working with those people. I'm not aware. And they were always reporting direct to that office, you see, because where our chief was there, they were always with our chief of police when he goes around the city or when he's doing operational work or when he visits, because we are required from senior position to go to operation, visit all the areas operational. They were always with them, you see. I and other seniors that I was working with were not aware about the daily work that they are doing. But I know that they will tell you that we are working there, what. And in their memorandum, that's what they were claiming.
Let me perhaps share with you where my challenge lies.
Yes.
You had just clarified, insofar as your paragraph 3 is concerned, that they were part of the structure, CLU, that they fell under specialized services, which you took command of in 2019, that they provided community services, liaising with communities regarding challenges faced by communities on matters such as drugs, domestic violence, protests. So technically, they were your eyes and ears on the ground. I think that's the phrase you use. And you confirm that these are police officers.
No, they are not.
Earlier, when I engaged with you about paragraph 3, you had said they are police officers.
No, this group that I'm talking to in this letter, CLU members,
Yes.
they've got community leader. CLU, its members, CLU, community liaison officers or unit, they are metro police officers. Then there was this group that joined them in doing operational work. I'm talking about that group that is not employed by the city. It's except the CSF. CSF is a different structure. You see, there's this group that worked with them on daily basis. That's what they claimed when they submitted a memorandum to the office of the city manager, when one of my directors met with them.
Okay, sorry, my apologies.
Yeah, that we worked with EMPD every day.
Let's go to your paragraph 3 then at page 4, the last statement, without closing that annexure, if you can keep it open. You say, that's when I started giving instructions following the chain of command to the chief superintendents and inspectors. See the attachment, and this is the attachment. So this attachment, as I understand it, unless I'm misreading it, confirms what you say in your paragraph 3 under community liaison unit, which inter alia includes the fact that they were members of the specialized unit.
Yeah, correct. CLU, it's members of the
Okay.
specialized unit, they are metro police officers.
Yes.
But there's this group that came in from communities and worked with them, you see, every day doing operational work and what, according to them, you see, and they were reporting direct and following the chief of police. On other days, I will see them driving around, you see. But they were not employed by the city. But they ended up, instead of assisting in terms of information, instead of assisting with other things, they ended up joining operational according to their memorandum to the city or what they presented to the public protector.
Okay,
Yes, but the public protector dismissed it.
yes.
Yes.
So you say that, so it's a specific group of people within CLU who you say had an agreement with the former chief of police, and I take it that's Chief Mapieye, is that? Or is that the previous chief?
It started with the previous chief. It's a certain group within communities who joined CLU police
Yes.
officers. Yes.
And their job mainly was to protect the chief.
That's what they were claiming.
Yes, that's what you say
Protecting
here.
chief, Yes.
And you conclude by saying we agreed with Dlamini. Who's Dlamini?
No, our spokesperson, when he was responding,
Okay,
yes, when he was responding to these media allegations or media, they wanted comments from the city that there's this group that is saying they were working, they want to be employed by the city, and they wanted our comments from our side. Do you know these people? Why didn't you employ them? And all other comments.
Okay.
Then I was responding to Zweli. His duty and responsibilities was to polish and make sure that he respond to all the media houses
okay.
as
So
per
this,
their questions.
this memorandum you reference here, you say memorandum with 7 ultimatum. Is that the group? Is that a group of 7? What does that phrase mean in Annexure 17?
Oh, I was supposed to say it's a memorandum
Yes?
which gave me 7 days ultimatum.
Oh, I see.
They gave me 7 days
you.
ultimatum. The first day where they wanted to meet me, they also gave me an
Okay.
ultimatum that you
Now
must
you're-
respond within 7 days.
I'm clarified. But did the memorandum specifically identify the people who are part of this group? Did the memorandum specifically identify these people? And it's on that basis that you conclude that they are not part of the
I didn't meet them personally, but I tasked one of the directors to meet with them and with that thing. Then he came to me and said, these people, they gave you 7 days, you see. But the city may have this because the public protector submitted it to the city or the former chief, the chief of police, Isaac Bambie, because the matter started with him. When he left, they came to me.
Okay, I don't think
I don't have a
understand, so
copy.
maybe can I try
Yes.
again?
Let
You
me
might be
say-
able to help me. Let me try again, perhaps. You write about a group of CLU members, correct? And you say that this is a group that had an agreement with the former chief to protect him. They had promises which doesn't include the city.
Yes.
They went to all political parties, and then at paragraph 2 of that letter, you say, we agreed with Dlamini, you say that's the spokesperson,
Yes.
that we can't respond on something we were not a part of it, and our employer was not part. The city is having recruitment policies that every citizen must respect and follow. So I understand this particular group, you say, was not recruited by the city.
Can I
Yes,
just try
according
and
to-
help? As I understand it, Ms. Hill, the former CLU members referred to are in fact community members. They're not within the city. They're community members who then presented a memorandum which required a response or which had an ultimatum to
Yes.
respond within 7 days. So they are not within the city. They're not employed by the city.
I accept that point, thanks, Commissioner Baloyi, and hence my question that the memorandum specifically identified these persons. That's why he could draw the conclusion that they are not EMPD members. So the memorandum will tell us who they were.
Yes.
Okay. And these members were not part of the unit that you commandeered eventually?
Now, when I take over, they were no longer there.
They were not?
Yes.
Okay.
Why would you refer to, if this was about Chief Mapieye, which I hear you to be saying towards the last answer you gave, why would you refer to him as the former chief, if it is about him? Your email is on 28th of January, 2025. Why
No.
do you refer to him as former?
No, I talked to the former chief, Bafana Mahlabi, not as my PA.
So you're referring to Mr.
Yes,
Mahlabi, Commissioner
yes,
Mahlabi?
Yes.
Okay.
When Chief of Police took over with Deputy Chief Nzolo then it was disbanded.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, yes.
Okay, I'm clarified. Thank you for that.
But before you move on,
Yes.
Commissioner, in the last sentence of this paragraph, you say you started giving instructions. Do you mean those instructions were to the chief superintendent, superintendents, and inspectors?
Let me summarize it. They were falling under my line of command. So I'm trying to
No,
say
I
that.
just said the simple question.
Yes.
Did you give your instructions to those officers, the chief superintendent, superintendents, and inspectors? Or not?
No, to the commanders. But sometimes when you're on a parade, you give to everyone. They're part of that when you address the parade. But to give on daily basis, talk to their line of command.
And when you then refer us to Annexure 17, the annexure that Ms. Sililo has been engaging you on, are you referring us to that annexure to show us the instruction you gave, or because you say I started giving instructions and then you say see the attachment annexure JD 17. So are you referring us to that annexure to show us the instruction?
Okay, I get you, Chair. No, Chair, yeah.
Because I've gone through it and I don't quite see the instruction.
No, Chair, yeah, I was trying to refer that the same matter. It's that those, or that team was disbanded.
Okay,
And we are
okay.
discussing about those issues, not to say, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right, thank you.
And thank you, Chair. Do you by any chance know how they came to be part of the CLU? Do you have any knowledge on that?
No, at that time I was in public water policing unit.
Okay.
Yes.
Now-
And CLU doesn't wear uniform. It's members of, they wear their civilian clothes. That time I was only commanding public water unit. The unit that wears uniform on daily basis strictly deals with crowd management.
Okay, thanks for that. I'm happy then to move to your next topic, which is operations outside the city at page 4, unless there is something else you would like to add on the community liaison unit.
Ms.
Yes, Chair.
Sililo, we thought because this is, of course, it has grown to a 7-pager now, it's no longer the 6-pager. We had thought we would be able to go through it all the way to the end.
Yes, Chair.
It seems to be going
Rather slow.
slowly, and I'm not blaming anybody about that. Should we perhaps not take the lunch adjournment now before you move to the next heading, operations outside the city?
I'm happy to, Chair. I'm in the commission's
Yes,
hands.
yes, all right. Let's adjourn and resume at 2:25.
Thank you, Chair.